Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. Honey, this is my review for Power Book 2, Ghost Season 1, the finale. I started watching this episode at 12:25. I can't remember what time I ended it toward the end of my notes, but I'm like, bruh. This was a really good finale. I think people forget how great Power was season 1. And so, even though we hated Tariq, like season 4, 5, and 6, we couldn't stand Tariq. We are rooting for our boy on this show, and this finale did not disappoint. Okay, let's get on into it. Okay, if you have not done so already, please make sure to like my channel, subscribe to my channel, become a whole JayBird, and all that good stuff and whatnot. Okay, do not forget to also like the video, comment in the comment section, share on your social media. Also, follow me on IG and Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. Always remember to relax, to relate, to release, to center yourself and everyone around you. I think I said it all. If not, y'all know what it is. So we see, the beginning starts off with Monet meeting up with Rico. I'm like, hey, Rico, you tried to take out our people. Rico, calm your ass down sometime, bruh, and whatnot. And Monet not really with the bullshit. She is not happy about nothing or whatever. Because again, Rico was who shot Kane. Not Kane. Rico shot Drew. So she pissed, okay? He like, yeah, what up? You know what I'm saying? Lorenzo set this up or whatever. I'm like, why you laughing like you did not try to kill them like 2 days ago? Like, so Monet like, look, is we cool because she gives him a bag of money or whatever so they can continue on with their business and whatnot. And then when he gets it back or whatever, Monet out the blue pulls out a gun. Pow! I'm looking like, where the gun come from? Because before she went to meet him, his people patted her down and she ain't had no gun. She had it hidden somewhere and whatnot. Okay, I'm looking like, oh shit. And she kills Rico. Like, yeah, we even now, motherfucker. I'm looking like, oh, let it be known or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? He dead now. And then we see her and her dude or whatever, her security guy, trying to back up the bodies, and they like, why ain't Boy Toy calling me back? Because she trying to call Detective Boy Toy Rodriguez or whatever. And I'm like, he gone, girl, but she don't know yet. And as she's wondering, where is Boy Toy? Where is Boy Toy? We see Kane in the woods or whatever in a goddamn fishing uniform, and he's dragging Detective Boy Toy's body to the river and whatnot, but he keeps his gun and he keeps his badge. I'm looking like, he gonna use that for something later. But I was like, Monet went and killed. Grand opening, grand closing of Rico. Rico, may he rest in peace or not. Anyway, we then see, Professor Fucker students, Jabari and Carrie, and they up there chit-chatting with Everett, because again, Carrie then told them that, supposedly some basketball players was, accosted after the game or whatever. So again, they talking to him because he's a basketball player. Now, Everett, who don't know shit about not talking or whatever, he like, yeah, we was there, who was we? With me and so on. Oh, and Zeke. I'm looking like, he didn't say his Zeke name. And remember, Monet told Carrie, if my nephew name come up in shit, I'm going to tell everybody you fucking him. So leave my nephew name out your mouth. And so she's trying to figure out, how can I tell Everett to shut the fuck up without sending in front of Jabari or whatever. And so he like, yeah, it was us or whatever. Zeke was there. We laughed. Some little gang members from GTG jumped us or whatever. They were trying to shoot Zeke in the kneecap or whatnot. But they're like, well, how did he not get shot? His cousin came up and pushed the gun away after calming the shooter down or whatnot. Oh, well, who was his cousin? Drew. Well, I was so drunk and care like, this fool didn't mention Zeke's name and he didn't mention Drew's name. Monet told me she gonna beat my ass if I don't stop this. So she's like, you said that you were really, really drunk. You said that you had a whole bunch of drinks. Are you sure this is what you saw? We need you to be clear on who these people are. Okay, what's going on? Because Jabari like, Drew, who was Drew? Did Drew know the shooter? I'm like, Jabari, you asking too many questions. So Everett kind of pick up on the cue that Carrie's trying to get him out of it. He's like, you know what, you're right, I was drunk or whatever. I don't, you know what, no. Drew, his cousin Drew, he was there a different day. This wasn't that night or whatever. No, Zeke knocked the gun, away or whatever. And then we got away or whatever. And I'm like, Everett, you a bad liar, bruh. I mean, they fall for it. Well, Jabari falls for it or whatever. And so, Everett leaves or whatever. Now we then see Zeke come up as Carrie and Jabari leaving. Zeke wants to talk to Carrie. I'm looking like, Zeke, she done told you y'all can't really be talking like that in public. Why not wait and talk to her in private, not on a goddamn school campus? But Zeke is dumb, okay? And I want to say this, the actor who plays Zeke, I don't know if he has an accent in real life that comes out on camera or vice versa, if he's supposed to have an accent and sometimes he doesn't. But his tone and his speech or whatever, I would like, what is he? What's going on? Like, why does he, like, sometimes he's like an old Negro spiritual slave, and sometimes he like hood or whatever. I'd be so confused. Maybe when he's scared, he turns slave. I don't know. Anyway, he and Carrie go into Carrie's office, but Jabari see when they walking away that Zeke kind of like grabs her arm or whatever. He see that, he pictures it or whatever, and when he goes to his office, he's looking at pictures of Zeke online or whatever, and he see a picture of them at the game, and Tariq's with them. So again, he being too damn nosy. Okay, now in Carrie's office, oh my God, I'm so pissed. Why would you mention what I told you to the police? I told you don't say shit, and you then went and said shit. I'm like, no, Zeke, you should have never said shit. That's on you. No one can know what you know if you don't tell them. But again, I'm gonna leave that be, whatever. Anyway, she tells him, calm down. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? We did talk to Everett. Everett did mention Drew's name. Oh, he mentioned Drew's name. Oh, Master Lord. No, okay. Anyway, she's like, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying, because he also said he was drunk and he really could not remember. He got confused. So again, don't panic. Calm down. Like, nah, I think I have to tell my family. Because I can't get caught up in this. I cannot be caught up. I would never get into the league if I'm, caught up in a murder case. I'm like, bruh, you tripping. Because technically, you didn't do shit. But I'm going to leave that be too. She's like, look, don't tell them nothing. Just trust me. I'll fix this. I'm like, and she then started kissing his ass in her office. I'm like, y'all is really fucking students. Like it's nothing, but I'm gonna leave that be. Now we then see Kane go to see Drew in the hospital. Okay, now we like, Drew is alive. Yeah. Okay, he just shot, little hurt, but he ain't gonna die. Thank God. Okay. Anyway, he like, what the fuck are you doing here, bro? Like, this is all your fault. I could not believe you are here. Okay, and people kept asking, how was any of this Kane fault? Is it 100% Kane fault? No. But did Kane help put this into motion? Yes. Kane kept doing things that made them look weaker and weaker, and he just flying off the handle. So that's what they mean by it's your fault, because you had Rico thinking we wasn't a unit anymore because you jealous about fucking Tariq. But we're gonna leave that be. Anyway, Drew like, what you doing here, bro? I ain't got time for this or whatever. You need to leave me be. Man, look, I didn't mean for any of this to happen, Drew. I am your brother. I love you. I love us. He's like, look, the last time we was meeting up, you told me, I'm saying, that if I wasn't with you, I was against you. So now what, you think is cool now? Think it's cool now, Kane? And I'm like, Drew was not with the bullshit at all. He's like, look, what did you think would happen if you did all this? Like, what did you think would happen? You know what I'm saying? You just fucked it all up. So we need you to leave, Kane. Go ahead on or whatnot. Okay, like, look, I'm trying to protect us. Okay, I can protect us. Mama picked Rico for the family. I can't believe. And he like, you on that bullshit. She did not pick that boy over us. Okay, and don't forget, Mama Boy Toy protects us. He then say, fuck him. He did not. He never protected. He said, how he said it. He said it in like past tense. He was like, Kane, please tell me you did not do something dumb. Did you do... Where is Boy Toy? Where he needs to be? I'm looking like, oh, this food and kill boys. Like, you know what? You are dumber than I thought. You keep fucking up. Leave and close the door behind you, and then Kane leaves. It's not that they fully blaming Kane, but Kane do keep making these lateral moves that's not making anything better. It's making shit worse. You killed the one cop who was protecting y'all. It's just dumb or whatever, okay? So we then see Tariq is in court. Seth, like, you know what? Where were you the night your father was killed? Yeah, I was at my father's club. He had a party that night. You know, he introduced me to some people. I left at whatever time it was or whatnot. Okay, so, you know, did you see your mother at the club the night your father was killed? He was like, no, I didn't see her there that night, but I did see you there with a gun. News to everyone. He like, no, you know, I was there in an official capacity, like it's okay. And we're like, oh, you all okay. Well, were you also there in an official capacity? You were following me around the night of my birthday 2 weeks ago to my father's grave site. And they was like, what? What happened? What happened? What? You then see the whole courtroom was shocked. You see Davis smirks because Davis realized, oh, Tariq is getting smart. Tariq is playing sax or whatever. We see Tamika, who's also in the courtroom, whatever, and she's also smiling because again, she has coached Tariq in the right way to walk Davis directly into a hole that he deserves to be in or whatever. He's like, you know, he can ask me questions. You already know Tariq has to answer my questions. So the judge like, Tariq, you know, that's true. You know, you do have to answer his question. He said, but Your Honor, he wants me to answer that question because of what he heard me say at my father's grave site 2 weeks ago. He followed me around there, whatever. He had somebody following me. He had somebody drug me. I'm saying, I cannot believe that, Your Honor. And they was following me around, recording me as I was walking around all drugged and talking. They're like, did you do that? What happened? Yeah, who helped you, sex? Who helped you? Was it in an official manner? Okay. And I'm like, Tariq is like, you know, let it be known. So at that point in time, like, I can tell you know who helped him do it, Your Honor. I can let him know. So the judge is like, is any of this true? What's going on? What's going on? And then we see Davis looking all worried or whatever. We see Nutty Niece looking all worried. Stephen I is like, this is some bullshit. What is going on? So Davis then asks, Your Honor, can we go in the back and talk in chambers or whatever? I'm like, let him know. So back in the chambers or whatever, they're just like, you know, this is some bullshit. You know, I'm not going to do no mistrial. You know, Sack, that you really have a college student drugged and followed him around? Is that true? And Davis, did you know about this? That is unethical. What is going on here? Stephen I then bust. I'm like, how is he just busting in the room? He like, all right, reporter lady, you get out. Look, reporter. You get out. Judge, you leave too. I'm looking like, shock, this is my chambers. He's like, do you want to be playing ball at Pelican Bay? Get your ass up out of here. And then she leaves or whatever. He like, I cannot believe this shit show that you have caused sex. How could you fuck this up? You had one job to just take down Tasha. Have her being blamed for all the ghost shit. But no, you had to go and do a sad job with this motherfucker here, Davis, and try to go after Tariq. I cannot believe you. Now we have no one to take these charges, for one, for Ghost's death or whatever, and for his drug organization. I cannot believe you. And Davis, you unethical motherfucker. I'm like, I is going off on everybody. Davis said, I don't care about all that. What can y'all do for us? Because he know that this means they trying to help Tasha out. Girl, so they all have a little conversation or whatever, you know. So it's Otis in there, Tasha, Davis, Tariq, Tamika, okay, who told what Sax was doing with the whole nutty niece thing or whatever. And they're like, you know, Tasha, if you will blame everything on Tommy, if you would snitch on him, say he killed Ghost, it was a drug organization, give us all the info we need, okay, we will put you in federal witness protection or whatever, and you will be in Arizona in that and whatnot, and then we will, you know, drop all the charges against you, but you have to be a whole snitch on Tommy. I'm not gonna do that. And then when Sax said, well, isn't that too much to give her? I said, you shut up because you got outsmarted by Jason Derulo. I say, Jason Derulo, how does he even know? Girl, not Jason Derulo. Anyway, He tells him that when this is all over and done with it, he has to resign. Like, you have to resign as the ADA because you want some bullshit. We're not gonna fire you, but again, you have to resign immediately, okay? ASA fucking P. Now, Tasha wants the whole family to be in with sex. They're like, well, no. We not putting you and Tariq in it because y'all two together. No. It can be you and Yaz. And she like, I don't want to leave my son. I can't do that. But they're like, girl, if you snitch on Tommy, this is the best thing for you. So she takes the deal, but she whispers to Tariq, as soon as she gets out, they're going to run away. Not being with Sek or whatever. I'm looking like Tasha, not thinking clearly. It's like, it's just weird. So when Tasha does get out, Davis has set up like a little press conference, but to more boost himself up, not, celebrate Tasha. And when she was looking at the little note he wanted her to read, she was like, I ain't reading that shit. Look, I'm happy I'm out. I miss my kids. That was the hardest thing about me being gone, was being away from my kids or whatever. I'm going to go now and live my life. And then she walks away. Davis then walks up, it was a great thing for my client or whatever. And now the hunt for Tommy Egan will start. I'm like, why did he say that? You just declare war on Tommy Egan? I'm like, oh no, what is going on here? No. Anyway, now we see a quick little scene. Okay, a nutty niece talking to Braylon, because again, she was in the courtroom and heard Tariq kind of going in on Sax. So she feels like he up to something. He knows more about his father's murder, whatever. He gonna end up getting Braylon killed. And so that is what she's telling him, like, Tariq ain't innocent. Yes, I fucked up and lied or whatever, and how I got to you wasn't the right way. But again, he know more than you think he know about how daddy died or whatever. He gonna get you killed, okay? He gonna get you hurt, okay? And I loved you. She was like, I don't believe you. You crazy as fuck. Leave me be or whatever. And if he ain't shit, neither is you. And I'm like, okay, let her walk away. Now, he kind of listened to her, but did not at the same time or whatever. So when he runs into Tariq or whatever, he like, I talked to Nutty Niece, and she said that I should be scared of you, that you may get me killed, and you want some bullshit, and you probably know more than what you say you know about your father's murder. He's like, what do you think? He said, I think she's crazy. Okay, so, I ain't listening to her, whatever. We still cool. Boom, boom, boom. But I want you to know that if you still want to sell drugs, I think we should, because I enjoy selling drugs. I'm looking like Braylon really wants to be a whole full-fledged drug dealer. I'm looking like, but why? Like, your family is rich. But I guess, again, Tariq is too, so who knows? Anyway, Tariq bring up, like, look, if I can't sell drugs here, you still can. Because again, Monet will still need someone to move her product. Because again, they know his mama out, so he may leave or whatever. But I'm like, I just don't get why people who have money want to sell drugs. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. We then see Zeke, who also goes to Tariq or whatever. Everybody is like little conversations here and there and whatnot. So Zeke go to him like, Monet don't always tell people the truth or whatever. Watch yourself, because again, Kane sent old boy to the school. Old boy died. They then came after me and tried to break my damn kneecaps or whatever. So again, it's a whole bunch of bullshit now. The professors know that I'm involved in some kind of way. They mentioned in Drew's name too. So, you gotta hope that things don't get, back to you too. And I'm like, Zeke is like an innocent lamb waiting for the slaughter or whatever. And he brings about he had been calling Drew, but Drew not answering. So I realized, they haven't even told this fool that Drew got shot. Because again, they keep Zeke away from the family business. And I see why Zeke is not even the one to figure shit out or whatever. Treat like it's fine or whatever, leave me be. I'll get it figured out. If my name happens to come up, I'll handle it. Because again, it's not even the police who are questioning the kids. It's the professors. Even though they're doing it for the cops. But again, let it be and whatnot. Okay. So we then see Tariq goes and meets with Diana. I'm like, I'm so fucking tired of this goddamn telephone thing or whatever. He then told her the same shit that Zeke just told him. And you know what I'm saying? And he like, well, can't we get, Ramirez, boys with cop to help? And she was like, all I can say is Kane is out of control. He like, what? That lets him know Kane killed him or whatever. Diana then say to Tariq, look, the only person that Kane hated more than Ramirez was you. So please watch your back. So we then see Jabari. Jabari texts Tariq, like, can you come talk to me, during office hours or whatever in my office. And I'm like, for what? So then she goes see him. He's like, yeah, so, we looking at Zeke now, because of the whole them getting jumped after the game. He like, oh, I don't know nothing about that. What you want me here for? He like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then with them looking into Zeke, they looking into his cousin Drew. You know what I'm saying? We think that he may have information about the dead pool boy or whatever. He like, oh, okay. He like, do you know Drew? He was like, no, I don't know him. He's like, Tariq, are you sure? Like I know who he is or whatever, but I don't, like, I've seen him around, but I don't know him. Like, who is this? He then said, look, Tariq, Tariq, I know that you get drugs from Drew. I know that Drew, probably knows who killed the kid in the pool or whatever. I know you sell drugs here. I know you are involved. He like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Why did you call me here for this? Like, what are you talking about? I don't know nothing. No, not me. No. Like, look, Drake, be honest. You are very clever. I think you are so fascinating. It's just, the cleverness. I'm like, why? Jabari is really like crazy and deranged or whatever. He then seen and saying, I want to help you. Like, what are you talking about? I want to write a book. I want my next book to be about you. Okay, I want to write about you. He's like, why would you want, for what? Yeah, like, look, okay, if you're in trouble, I can help you. I can pay you with the advance from my book. Just let me write about you. You know what I'm saying? If you let me do that, I can help you. Because the cops are getting closer. You know what I'm saying? I can help them not look into you. I'm looking like, oh shit. Jabari, what is, if you know all of this, if you've looked into all of this, you are going wrong road, or whatever. But then Detective Santana comes in and kind of interrupts or whatever, so Tariq leaves. But Jabari makes it clear, like, this is the offer to you, you know what I'm saying? Let me know if you want to take it or whatnot. I'm like, Lord Jesus. We then see a scene I think we have all been waiting for all season. Tasha meets up with Monet. I'm looking like, okay, the two queen. Well, I think Monet is a queen pin. Tasha's not really a queen pin. She was just married to a king pin, and she sold a little bit of drugs, but not that much or whatever. Anyway, Tasha like, I had to come see you because I'm out now, whatever. And since I'm out, I want to put my family back together. Okay, so I need Tariq out of this. I want to pay you the money he owes you, and I can pay a little bit extra for you to let him go. I'm like, Tasha, but you don't have no money. Anyway, Mona like, girl, you tripping. Look, your son came to me and had this idea of how to move this stuff, whatever. I have changed how I did things. And I'm not going to change it back on the whim because of what you want, basically, whatever. My husband would never go for that. Period. Okay, I'm not asking him. I'm asking you. I'm like, well, I guess that's true too, whatever. But I really feel like they could get along, but not all of a sudden Tasha wants out. But I'm like, but when Ghost was offering you an out before Angela, when he offered you an out, you wanted to be the wife of a drug kingpin. Now all of a sudden you want to be out. I'm like, well, I guess it's because my eye was itching. I guess it's because, you know what I'm saying, she's lost so much. But again, you could have been had out. Now, as they talking back and forth about who kid has done what and who can raise who and all these things between Kane coming for Tariq and Tariq, wanting to sell drugs. Monet said, I didn't seek him out. Your son came to me. You know what I'm saying? So you can't come here as if I stole him from you or whatnot. So as they talking, you hear pow pow. I'm like, what is going on here? What the fuck what is going on? It's a whole shootout. I'm like, who the fuck shooting now? What is going on? Honey, when Monet gets to the window and then Tasha gets to the window, we then see a fucking Mustang. I'm looking like, bitch, that's Tommy's car. Tommy just tried to kill Tasha, because again, Tasha's gonna snitch on him, because again, Davis was on the news. Davis is Tasha's attorney. Tasha's out of jail, and now the hunt for Egan starts again. Y'all signed her damn death warrant anyway, so now Tasha is fully aware that he want me dead. Okay, Tommy is here to kill me. Okay, so then she goes to Tariq's dorm. We gotta leave. We gotta be out. Okay, pack your shit. Let's go now. Tom trying to kill me like he wants to kill me right now, whatever. We have to leave. We could not stay here. Ma, calm down. We don't have no money. We can't leave this shit. Like, give me a day or so to get some money. Tariq, we can't stay here. Tommy is a killer. Like, mama, I'm a killer too. Because he's killed 2 people. He killed Ray Ray, and was it Ray Ray? Yeah, Ray Ray and his daddy, whatever. I'm a killer too, mama. Leave me. Look, mom, you have to trust me in this. Okay, I've always had your back. I can get us somebody. Let me do this. Okay. Okay. I trust you. I'm looking like, girl, I don't, you. It's like Tasha ain't thinking clearly. Maybe it's the prison breaks. I don't know. We're going to leave that be. So we do see Monet go see Lorenzo in prison because, again, so much has happened with Drew getting shot, her killing Rico, Kane being put out the family, all these things or whatever. I don't know if they know right now that the shootout had nothing to do with them. I don't think Tasha's still like, oh, he came shooting at me. So I feel like they think they are at war and the shooting was about them. It's like, no, it's not. But anyway, his thing like, you shouldn't kill Rico so early or whatever because, you know, that makes things worse. You really need soldiers right now. Like, we need soldiers because we need people to go to war with us and for us. And what you need to do is you need an enforcer, okay? You need to get Kane back. Kane is a solution to this here problem. She's like, no, Kane will fucked it all up. They both have valid points. Kane is the enforcer, which is true. However, he is out of control. Like, you can't control him right now. He on some bullshit or whatever. Anyways, like, look, all I need you to do with Lorenzo is find Ramirez. We need to find him to help us with this situation or whatever. He's like, it better be about business or nothing else. Like, look, don't you comment with that bullshit or whatever. I'm saying, if it wasn't for you being caught up in this bullshit, I would not need him. I'm saying, because you would be home and you would be the help. I'm like, she like, nigga, not nigga, but dude, you up in this prison, whatever, acting as if I don't need someone on the outside because you on the fucking inside. Like, it is what it is. Look, calm down. I'll find him or whatever. I'm pretty sure that no one, did anything to him because no one knew he was working for me. So Ramirez was the one cop still working with Lorenzo. But I'm like, y'all don't even know. It wasn't him. But again, when he say that no one knew about him working with us, like except the family, whatever. So we know ain't nothing wrong. She like, damn it. And so Monet knew what to do. She went and she seen Kane because she know if no one else touched Ramirez, Kane would have. So when Monet go looking for Kane or whatever at the warehouse, he in there fucking some girl. I'm looking like, why is he fucking that girl in that warehouse? Kane, where's Boy Toy? I don't know what you asked me for. Kane, I told you before, if you did anything against the family, I will put you down myself. He wasn't family. I'm family. She was like, what do you mean wasn't? Kane, what do you mean was? What did you do? She's like, shit, I cannot believe you know what? You fucked up. You always fuck up. You always was making mistakes. Maybe it's my fault. It's my fault that you are this way because every time you fucked up, I would have Ramirez clean up your shit. I did not let you do it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you just keep fucking up. No, mom, you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You fucked up, with Ramirez and with Tariq. Like this, why are you still worried about Tariq? Like, none of this has anything to do with him, okay? You fucked up, okay? You did that. You know that Tariq saved Diana's life. I can trust him. I can't trust you. And then she leaves. Kane is unstable, and he's crazy, and he's unpredictable. And he's really fixated with he was being replaced. He wasn't even being replaced. It was just an addition to the family. It's like, bro, calm the fuck down or whatever. Anyway, we then see Tariq. Tariq is walking down the street, mad his own little business or whatever, and we see him looking at a car. And I'm like, that car looks familiar. And you then hear Mini Man. I'm like, are y'all playing 50 Cent Mini Man? Wish that phone me. I'm like, oh my God. And he then goes and like just leans across Tommy's car. I'm like, oh, what? Are we gonna see Tommy? Is that Tommy's car? What if it ain't Tommy? It was somebody else. And we then see him text Jabari about, we have a deal, like, but I need the money ASAP or whatever. And we then see he walk out the house and go, Tommy. I was like, Tommy! I was so happy because he walked out to many men with stuff on me. Now I can't cry no more. Can't look in the sky no more. I'm sorry. Anyway, so he was at Cash's house, Keisha's son, because again, Tasha said, Tommy wouldn't be many places, here in the city. And so Tariq knew that if he would go anywhere, he would go check on Cash because again he loved Keisha. Anyway, Tommy come out and I'm looking like, oh my god, okay. And him and Tariq have a little conversation. He like, first of all, I promise your daddy I would not kill you, okay? But if you don't get your little ass off my car, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm like, oh my god, it's Tommy's voice. I miss him so much. We miss Tommy so much, okay? Anyway, he also bring up, you know what? Your mama snitched. Your mama snitched on me. And she killed Keisha. So for those reasons, like, she has to die. Like, she want me to go to jail and she killed my girl. Like, she must die today. I want all the smoke. But Teresa, look, what if I have a plan? What if I have something that can get us all what we want? All right, kid, you got 2 minutes. Talk. I'm like, what plan, Tariq? Tariq, what is you planning or whatnot? Okay, so we then see something that I feel like we did not need to see. I did not need to see Sax's sex scene. I'm looking like, look, Sax has a great body, like he does, but the character of who he is so corny. I can't be like, ooh, Sax having sex. But I mean, Sax having sex, I was like, no, thank you, sir. I'm good. Love, please enjoy. Because it's Sax. We don't like Sax. He gets on our nerves or whatever. Anyway, but he fucking somebody from the chorus. I don't know who she is. But we then see a whole text from Davis saying that Tommy is back in town and that Tommy's mama's car was stolen, so they feel like Tommy must be here to handle some things. And because Davis texts him, because Sax is still technically the ADA, so they want to get Tommy. So we then see Tasha in her car or whatever riding around because again they trying to catch Tommy trying to kill her. And as she's sitting like parked or whatever, Sax is in her back seat talking. And like, with this protection or whatever, you have to move every few months because again, the kids have trouble keeping their aliases straight. So I'm saying it's gonna be a hard life for you and your daughter, so make sure to get her prepared. I'm like, Sax is just an asshole. He was trying to be helpful but also an asshole at the same time. I'm like, oh fucker. Anyway, they then spot Tommy, or Tommy spots Tasha, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, is he gonna kill Sax? Is they gonna kill Sax? Please tell me they way. So now it's a little car chase. She driving, he's following her, whatever, and then when she stopped, they're like, okay, drive real fast, and then she's speeding, and he's speeding, it's a whole little car chase and whatnot, and we're like, first of all, we know Tommy loved crazy shit, so he loving this whole little car chase. He then turns the corner, loses control of the car, and then crashes, and the car explodes, and we're like, oh my god, Tommy is now dead. I'm like, oh shit, so y'all gonna just, I was mad. So we then see Jabari meeting up with Tariq to exchange his money because again, he wants to write Tariq's story or whatnot. Before Tariq walk away, he's like, I need to know, Tariq, who killed the dude in the pool. He's like, I don't know who did it. I don't have anything to do with that. Was it Drew? Was it Drew who did it? Was it Zeke's cousin Drew? He's like, man, I don't know what you talking about. As they have that conversation, here come Kane popping up. I'm like, where the fuck did Kane come from? Kane was up there hiding behind a tree or a bush. I'm like, he just blended in and whatnot. So Kane feel like, Tree can't be trusted. He up here meeting with Jabari the Stitch or whatever to sell out the family. He like, man, just think, why would I do that? That don't make no damn sense. I'm just saying, but you tripping. We don't have time for this shit, okay? Because he know too much. Because again, Kane popped up and shot Jabari. So Jabari's on the ground bleeding. Oh, somebody help me, help me, help me. And Kane is just like talking to Truth like it's cool or whatever. He's like, look, you can't kill me and kill him here together because your mama gonna know it was you. Like, that's gonna bring more heat on y'all. Y'all don't need that right now because you didn't kill Ramirez, your mama didn't kill Rico, whatnot. It's too much going on and y'all need me to sell the product. How you know I killed Ramirez? That don't matter, okay? What matters is that his gun? Okay, I'm pretty sure that's his gun. So you should use that gun, kill him. Let's tie up this loose end, because again, the professor know too much. He got to die anyway. So, and I'm like, they just sitting up there talking about killing Jabari. I'm like, Jabari, you should at least run away. You should leave, but he on the ground just bleeding out or whatever. So, Tariq convinces Kane, like, look, think about him saying, we need to get rid of him. Give me the gun. Okay, you leave. Go be around people that can see you. Because, again, you don't have many chances left with your family. If you want to get back in good with them, this is what you have to do. Leave this here for me to handle, okay? And so Kane gives him the gun and he walks away. I'm like, So he leave or whatnot. So Jabari felt like, okay, you a smart kid. You just said that so that he wouldn't kill me. Okay, now call 911 because I need some help because I'm losing a whole bunch of blood. And Tariq like, why would you want to write a book about me? Like, why did you have to follow me? Why did you have to do all of this? Why would you just so fucking nosy? So Jabari acting as if, oh, Tariq is a cool kid or whatnot. He gonna help me. He like, no, like you did this to yourself, Tariq. Tariq, please call 911. Please do that. You know what I'm saying? You're not a killer, Tariq. You're a good kid who just got caught up in the bullshit or whatever. You don't know me. You don't know me. I am a killer, okay? I killed my father to protect my mother. I killed my best friend to protect my family. I would do whatever it takes to survive. You see, it always comes down to me, my family, and a gun. And I'm looking like, ooh, he then gave a whole headshot. I'm like, oh, shit. Jabari is dead. Jabari is dead. Look, these niggas screaming, please kill Jabari all season. Please kill Jabari all season. Because again, he was doing team too much. And for Tariq to be the one to kill him. Tariq has killed somebody every season. He killed Ray in one season. He killed a daddy in another season. He didn't kill Jabari in this season. And again, he killed Jabari with Ramirez's Boy Toys gun. Okay, remember Ramirez is dead, but he also told Kane, we should use Ramirez's gun because Ramirez was a dirty cop anyway. And the whole time that he's like, you know what I'm saying, you gave me no choice. Pow, pow, pow. You see Kane who then hid on the other side of the park or whatever in some other trees that he watches Tariq kill him, and he like smiles. I mean, I smiled too. I got a joyful feeling when he killed Jabari, and so did Kane. Because Kane, I think now Kane respects Tariq, knowing he is really trying to help us. And he's a little bit crazy, deranged, and whatnot. But girl, kill Jabari. He dead. Anyway, so we then see Sax. Sax is finally fired for real this time, y'all. He's fired or whatever from, the U.S. Attorney's Office and whatnot. But Davis comes by to see him like, oh, you get fired for real, huh? What are you going to do now that you fired and Tommy is dead and your whole case is sunk and whatnot? I don't know, my brother owns something and whatnot. I'm going to go work for him. He's like, well, that's done. How about you come work for me? He's like, what? Fuck you mean work for you? What? He like, look, you know all the tricks of the trade of this office. You can come work for me. You will win and beat them and make a lot of money doing it. And Sax accepts the offer to be a defense attorney working with Davis. I was like, bitch, that's gonna be a dynamic duo because they both are ruthless and don't follow no rules and whatnot. So I can see that being a whole thing next season. I don't know how that'll tie in because again, do we need, well, I guess it could, because again, it's a lot of shit going on because it's gonna be season 2 anyway. But Davis reminds him, bring everything you're gonna need with you, which means steal whatever files you need before you leave and whatnot. Okay, we then see Tariq, who gets a call from Tommy. And I'm like, oh, he alive? Yes, he was. So, of course, I knew it earlier. I just trying to fake it all out. Of course, they faked his death, okay? They made the car crash to make it seem like Tommy did. Because if Tommy is dead to them, they won't be out nowhere looking for him and whatnot, okay? But Tommy, they also pulled some teeth to have, teeth in the car of his and whatnot. We're going to leave that be. But again, he likes, so y'all leaving? You know, he's like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get on the road or whatever, so you don't have to worry about us snitching on you. Okay, cool, cool, cool. But I'm like, something about that don't look right. Tariq then makes a phone call to someone and say, hey, I need some help. And I'm like, who did he call? Who did he call? Okay, so we then see Tasha. And Tasha, as that ran his grave, like, I promise, baby, I'm going to come visit you, eventually, but I had to go away from some time because, again, things kind of crazy and whatnot. So then Tariq pops up, like, where's Jazz? And as we see them two talking, we see Tommy had behind the other the grave site. I'm like, you can't be at the grave site doing that, Tommy. Tommy gonna still try and kill Tasha. I'm like, no. Okay, anyway, so Tariq's asked, like, where's Jazz? I left her with Big Mama. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her on this life with us running. You know what I'm saying? She needs to have a regular life, and this ain't the life for her. Because again, Sax told her when you in Whitsick or even on the run or whatever, the child always you have to keep moving because they forget their cover name or whatnot. And she like, I don't want that life for my daughter. So again, you know what I'm saying? This me and you, son. Me and you gonna run and whatnot. And then you see Tommy, he's like aiming at him or whatever, over the little graveyard or whatever. And then we see the FBI pull up. I'm like, oh, did they snitch on Tommy? Did he know Tommy was coming? What's going on? But no, they coming to get Tasha because, again, it's evidence that somebody's still after Tasha trying to kill her. So Tasha is going to have to go to witness protection without Tariq and without Yaz, because again she left Yaz with Big Mama. And I was like, oh, okay. So he like, Mom, I did it for you. Like, I had to protect you, and you will understand, like, you will get why I did this for you, because again, I have to keep you safe over everything else or whatever. And I'm like, no. Okay. And we then see her being taken away, and she's crying, I don't want to leave my babies. You love Yaz. But anyway, she gets in the car and they drive off, and so now she gone. So again, Tasha is off the show. So we then see Tommy walks up. I knew I couldn't trust you. I knew it. He up here choking. Now I'm like, why is you choking all the kids in the graveyard? But I'm gonna let that be. He's like, I knew it, or whatever. I'm gonna still find your mama and kill her. Okay. And then we see somebody puts a gun to his head. Like, who the fuck has balls to pull a gun on me? Bitch, it was Monet. I was like, oh, Tommy and Monet scene and whatnot. It's like, I don't need balls, bitch. I just have a gun in the upper hand or whatever. I was like, oh. I really wish we could have got a Tommy, Tasha, Monet scene, because that would have been epic. But I don't mind a little 2-part scene and whatnot. Anyway, so she like, you the motherfucker who shot my bar up. You killed my man too. You should die too. And then Tariq then say, no, don't kill him. I'm saying, let him live or whatever. You're my uncle. And Tommy say, oh, really? You can't trust him. I'm saying, don't watch yourself around him or whatever. But I'm gonna still kill your mama. You can't. I'm saying, that's why I call the police and whatnot. I'm saying, I have them send her. Well, he didn't say that. He said, I have her gone to where you can't get her. Meaning the only reason I put my mama under protection was because I knew he would come after her, and I didn't want him killing her. So again, he had to protect his mom in the end and whatnot. Okay. So then in the cemetery, whatever, and then Tariq then looks at the grave site of James. I said, you were right. You know what I'm saying? My dad did what he had to do, even if people hated him for it. He was like, that's some ghost shit. This some ghost shit too, because again, Monet there with a gun too, and we then see Drew and Diana pull up or whatever, meaning Tariq is there with people, and it's kind of being against Tommy. But Tommy, you trying to kill his mama. What did you expect him to do, brother? I don't know and whatnot. Okay. So he said, you know what? That's some bullshit or whatever. Tommy then say, because it's like some ghost shit, Tariq then replies, say, well, maybe if we, meet again, him saying, I'll be worthy of his name. And he was like, kid, we ain't gonna ever see each other again. And then Tommy walks away. I'm like, no, Tommy's gone. And so with Tommy gone, Tariq gives Monet the money that he got from Jabari or whatever. And then she looks at him like, did you really kill your father? He was like, he may not be here, but ghosts never die. And I was like, Ghost never dies. No, whatever. And then Monet then say, let's go. The family's waiting. And they walk off to the car to get in the car with Diana and Drew. I was like, oh. I ended the episode at 2:15 in the morning. It's now 4:45. This was an amazing ending. I like how they brought Tommy back, but then still ended his character for this franchise. Because again, his story is coming. What is it called? Snow? I forgot what it's called. It's something about powder, whatever. Anyway, that's part 4. I know Kane comes in the summer of next year, so Tommy's show was being shot now, if I'm not mistaken. But again, I like how they're ending certain people and keeping it moving or whatever. Like, I like how, Tasha's story has come to an end. She's now elsewhere. If they want to add her in somewhere else, they can do that. But again, it's the best way for the show to continue and for it not to be so much like Power. So I like how they kind of gave those 2 characters their endings or their beginnings elsewhere. And then we see Tariq's new life and the Tejada family, whatever, and a whole bunch to come from that. Because again, Zeke still fucking the teacher, Detective, Alonzo, man, what was it, Detective Santana, still wants to figure out who killed kids. So it's like, it's a lot that we still have to see what's to come next. I love this season. We hated Tariq in the beginning, and now I'm happy that he is around. Okay, I can't wait to see him next season and whatnot. Anyway, I'm done. Peace.